everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our chapter Verb. Friends, we have already started this chapter in our earlier session where I told you what we are going to discuss in the entire chapter. I discussed with you that we will be discussing various types of verbs and will elaborate those types of verbs as well. It means we'll discuss the types of those types of verbs as well. Okay, so in our last session, we discussed till slide number 17, where we discussed about the transitive verb and intransitive verbs. So I told you the characteristics of transitive as well as intransitive verb, as well as I showed you the difference between the two. But here in this session, we'll begin or we'll continue with transitive or intransitive verbs, in which we will see the difference between the two verbs, okay, and how to identify these two types of verbs. So let's begin this session, and this session is going to be very, very important for all of you. So let's begin this session. Okay, so here I'll begin with this slide number 18, where we are going to differentiate these two verbs or these two types of principal verbs. One is transitive verb and another is intransitive verb. So we'll see transitive verb versus intransitive verb. It means we'll see the difference between these two verbs. Now you can see over here that here is a table. Okay, and here is a sentence that is, the sun rises in the east. Now, if I say the sun rises in the east, you can see this verb rises. Okay. Now, rises is the intransitive verb. Why so? Because this rises has been used for the sun. Of course, the sun rises and sun rises itself. Okay. No other person make him rise. He rises himself, or you can say it rises itself. Okay. So the sun rises in the east. Okay. So here, this action is being done on the subject or is focused on the subject. It means the subject is the receiver of this action, that is rises. Okay. So this rises is the intransitive verb. Now, if you see the intransitive verb, that is rise, the second form of it is rose and the third form is risen. Okay. But on the other hand, if you see this sentence, raise your hands. Is the sentence correct? Do you think the sentence is correct? No, not at all. Why so? We cannot use the word raise your hands. In fact, we say raise your hands. Now, if you see the sentence, of course, the subject is implied. That is, I'm telling the sentence to you. Okay. Or I'm saying the sentence to you. So, you raise your hands. I cannot say you raise your hands. In fact, I'll say you raise your hands, because you will elevate your, you will elevate your hands, or you will lift up your hands, but those hands will be lifted up by you. Okay, and if you lift up them, it means you are raising it, not rising it. They are not rising themselves. You are raising them. Okay, therefore this rise word is incorrect. It should be replaced with the word raise. So here, if you see the word rise, it is totally intransitive verb. It means rise can only be used intransitively. Whereas if we want to lift up something else, we will use the word raise, not rise. And the second form of raise is raised and third form is raised. It means if you see the sentence, your hands are the objects. But if you see the sentence, the sun rises in the east, the sun is the subject of the sentence. It means when we say raise your hands, the sentence will be incorrect. Why so? Because if there is object which needs to be lifted up, here we need the transitive verb to make this object lift up, and to lift it up, we'll use the word raise your hands, because your hands are the objects, whereas the sun is the subject of the sentence. So rises is intransitive verb which has been used for the subject, and raise is the transitive verb which will be used with the object. Okay. So if you see this, the sentence will be raise your hands, not rise your hands. Okay. So the incorrect sentence is rise your hands, but the correct sentence will be raise your hands. Okay. Now, if you see the sentence rises is used for the subject of the sentence. This is intransitive verb, and raise is the transitive verb which is used for the object. Okay. Now raise what? Your hands. So these your hands are replying to the question what. Thus they are the object of the sentence, and raise is the transitive verb. So the verb rise may have two forms. One is intransitive, another is transitive form of the verb. The first, second, third forms are rise, rose, and risen, but transitive forms are raise, raised, and raised. Okay. Now let us look to the another sentence. Raise your voice against corruption. So what will come over here? The word raise. Okay, raise your voice. Your voice is the object. Now what you have to raise? You have to raise your voice. Against what? Against corruption. So this raise is the transitive verb. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. Here another part. This is again very, very important. If you see a person fallen down, we use the word fall, and fall is an intransitive verb. Okay. For example, if I say she falls down every time she tries to walk. Okay, it means she falls down. Okay, so she is the subject and she falls down because this falls is actually the action received by the subject of the sentence. So fall is the intransitive verb. The second form of fall is fell, and third form is fallen. But when we make another person fall, that is transitive verb which we use to write fell. Now, don't be confused between this fell and this fell. Why so? Because this is the second form of the intransitive verb. But this fell is the transitive verb first form. Okay. Now the second form of fell is felt and third form is felt. It means when the action it is received by the object, we need to write these three. But when the action is received by the subject of the sentence, we need to write these three. Okay. Or use these three. Now let us see some sentences. First, the sentences, the leaves fall from the trees in the autumn. Now if the leaves, they fall, so which is falling? Falling are the subjects of the sentence. So if the subject is falling, obviously we'll write the word fall, which is an intransitive verb. Now, if we see the next sentence, she fell on the slippery floor and hurt her knee. Now she fell. Who fell? She. Okay. She fell on the slippery floor and hurt her knee. So this is the past form or the second form of the verb, but this verb is intransitive, which is used for the subject. Okay, this is intransitive. Again, this is also intransitive verb. The next sentence, the apple had already fallen. Now, which has fallen? The apple. The apple is the subject, and who has fallen down? Which has fallen down? The apple, which is the subject of the sentence, and had fallen is the intransitive verb, third. Okay. Now, he plans to fell a few trees. Now, who will receive the action? A few trees will receive the action. So here he plans to fell. So this is transitive verb first form. Okay, this is transitive verb first form. Now who will fell? The few trees, and few trees are the objects of the sentence, and the subject is he who is planning to do the same. Okay, to clear the space for a garden. Now the next sentence is, now these are the sentences that show that intransitive verb is fall, whereas transitive verb of the same sentence is fell. Now if I say the woodcutter fell the trees yesterday. Is the sentence correct? No, the sentence is incorrect. Why so? Let me discuss. The sentence is incorrect. Why so? Here, the time is past yesterday. Yeah, yesterday is the time of past. Of course, the verb should be in second form. And the second form of fell is felled when it is used transitively because the trees are falling down. Okay, so this fell is should be replaced with the word felled. Okay, and now will the sentence be correct? The woodcutter felled the trees yesterday. Okay, because if I say the woodcutter fell, it shows that the woodcutter himself has fallen down. Okay, so this is how we can differentiate between these two verbs. Now, we'll see some more examples of transitive versus intransitive. So, you can see these sentences or this table first. Now, let us see this table first. So, let me change the color of the pen. Okay, this word is lie. Lie means recline. Okay, or to lay down somewhere. or when something is situated somewhere, we use the word lie. Okay, for example, the equator lies on the 0 degree latitude. Okay, she's lying on the floor. So lying means she's in a reclined position. Okay, when a person is reclined on a surface. Okay, so this is how we use the word recline. Okay, so the first form here of lie is lie. Second form is lay, and third form is lain. Okay, when a person he lies in the bed or on the road, here the word is lie. The second form is lay, and third form is lay. Okay, and another word, again the word is lie, which means speak falsely. So here this first form is lie, second form is lied, and third form is lied. Okay, now another verb is lay. Now what does the lay mean? Lay means to establish or set up something. For example, the poultry lay eggs. It means the hens they lay eggs, or they they give eggs. Okay. For example, he laid the foundation. It means he has spread or he set up or established something. Okay, so here to set or establish something, here the first form is lay, second form is laid, and third form is laid. So you should remember the use of three verbs and their meanings, because they can be used in different manners. Now let us see some sentences. He likes to lie down and read a book after work. So lie down means he likes to lie. It means recline. Okay, and read a book after work. The city lies on the coast of Mediterranean Sea. So here the word lies means situated. Yesterday she lay in bed all morning due to illness. So she lay means here we will not use the word laid. Why so? Because here the second form of lie is lay, which means recline. So because she was ill, she was not feeling well, therefore she reclined the entire day. Okay, so she lay in bed. Okay. He lays the newspaper on the table every morning. Now, what does he do? He lays or he puts, or he keeps the newspaper on the table every morning. She laid the book. It means she kept or she put the book on the shelf when she was done reading. He had lain awake all night worrying about the exam. It means he did not sleep at all. He was only lain awake. Okay. She lied about her whereabouts last night. It means she told a lie, or you can say she told false. Whatever she said was false or was not true. He has never lied to me before. It means he has never told me false before. Okay, or he did not lie me before. Okay, or he did not lie to me before. Okay, now let us move to the next one. So these are the some sentences which by which you can see the difference between these three words. Now if I say Babar dash the foundation of the Mughal dynasty. Foundation of the Mughal dynasty. Now, what should be the correct sentence? What should be the correct word to be put over here? It should be Babar laid the foundation of the Mughal dynasty. Why so? Because he has established the foundation of Mughal dynasty. If I say the CM laid the foundation of this hospital, so we'll use the word laid, not lay. If I say she laid in her bed yesterday, so that sentence will be incorrect because she was reclined over there, so she lay in the bed yesterday. Okay, so there the word is different. Laid is different from the word lay. Okay, now these are the examples which you can practice. I hope you have understood the meaning of all these words. If a person reclines or lay down in the floor, it means lie, lay, and lain will be used as the first and second, third form. If someone spreads or put or keep something or spread something or laid something or established something, they will use the word lay, laid, and laid as the first, second, third form respectively. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. Here we'll discuss auxiliary verbs. So we have already completed principal verb. Now we'll discuss auxiliary verbs. So what are auxiliary verbs? What is the meaning of auxiliary verb? What are the types of auxiliary verb that we are going to discuss now in this part? Auxiliary verbs also known as helping verbs, are a type of verb that work together with the main verb. It means they will be placed before the main verb to create different verb tenses, moods, voices, and aspects in a sentence. Auxiliary verbs do not carry the main meaning of the sentence on their own, but assist in forming the overall meaning. Now, what is the difference between the verbs if we want to state that this is auxiliary verb or this is the main verb, and if the verb has been used, whether it is an auxiliary verb or the main verb, how to identify it, that we will discuss now with some examples. There are three main types of auxiliary verbs. There are three main types of auxiliary verbs: primary or simple auxiliary verbs, modal auxiliary verbs, and semi-modal auxiliary verbs. So here we'll see primary auxiliary verb. Primary or simple auxiliary verb. Primary auxiliary verbs, also known as simply auxiliary verbs or helping verbs, are a category of verbs that serve to accompany the main verb in the clause to express various grammatical functions such as tense, aspect, voice, or mood. Now, if we talk about the primary auxiliary verbs, they are the verbs which only assist the main verb. It means they are used before the main verb in a sentence. Okay, so these type of verb are known as auxiliary primary verbs. Okay, or primary auxiliary verbs. The primary auxiliary verbs are be, have, and do. Okay, so to be, is, are, am, was, were, be, being, been. So if I say I am going, here if in the sentence going is the main verb, whereas am is the helping verb, thus you can say that this is primary auxiliary verb. Okay. Have, hasn't, had. If I say she has a car, she has done his work. So she has done. Has is the helping verb and done is the main verb. So has is the primary auxiliary verb. Do, does, did. If I say I do not go there, go is the main verb, whereas do is the helping verb. She does not work for me. So does is the helping verb, whereas work is the main verb. Okay. And if I write is, am, are, we can use in this manner. Okay. So doing, done, these are the helping verbs. Okay. Now, another type is, if we talk about primary auxiliary examples, we'll see this some examples of it. So first of all, if we make the present tense, she is reading a book. Now in this sentence, you can see reading is the main verb, whereas is the primary auxiliary verb. It is the helping verb, which is supporting this word reading and thus making it a present continuous tense sentence, using is as the auxiliary of present continuous tense. Perfect tense, they have finished their homework. Now finished is the main verb and have is the auxiliary or primary auxiliary verb. Now just by changing the primary auxiliary verb, the meaning of the sentence or the tense of the sentence will be changed, and using have is the auxiliary of present perfect tense. Okay. Interrogative, it means when the sentences are made of the questions or when the sentences are of the questions. Do you like ice cream? So do is the primary auxiliary verb, which is supporting the verb like and making it as the question. Do is the auxiliary to form a question. Negative, he is not feeling well. So is just supporting the word feeling. Feeling is the main verb and is the helping or the primary auxiliary verb, which is the auxiliary for the word feeling, and is the auxiliary for negation or to make the sentence negative. We are just using the word is to make the sentence negative or supporting the word feeling over here. Okay. So these are the examples of primary auxiliary verbs. Now here we'll discuss something very important about these type of verbs. If we talk about is, are, am, was, were, if we talk about has, have, if we talk about do, does, did, these verbs can be used as the main verb as well as the helping verbs. How? Look at the first part, be. Now what are the various forms of be? Am, is, are, these are the present forms. Okay, present forms of be are is, are, am. Was, were are the past forms of be. And been and being. Been is the verb third form and being is the verb fourth form. Let's say fourth form means ing. Okay. So fourth form, we call ing form as the fourth form of the verb. Okay. Now if I say he is working on the project. So here working is the main verb, whereas this is, it is just supporting the verb working. And this is the primary auxiliary verb, which is actually supporting the verb working, which is the main verb. Okay. And this is has no role of its own. It is only supporting the verb working. Okay. But if you see this sentence, she is a teacher. Here, I have used word is, but that shows the state of being of that of the subject, that she is a teacher. So what is she? She is a teacher. So this is plays a vital role in the sentence and plays the main role of the sentence or main verb of the sentence. Why so? Because here this is has used to show the state of being of a person. Therefore, this is the main verb in this sentence. So we can see word same word is in the first sentence it is behaving as the subject as the helping verb, but in the second another sentence of be it is used as the main verb, or it has been used as the main verb. Okay, so the same word it can be used as the auxiliary verb as well as the principal verb. Now if you see the second sentence, second word is do. So what are the various forms of do? Do, doesn't, did. Okay. Now if I say she did not finish her homework, here finish is the main verb, whereas did not or did is the helping verb, which is making the sentence negative or also of the past. Okay. But if I say this sentence, she does yoga every day. So here does is actually the manner of practicing something, or when she does, it means she performs this activity. So here does means performs. So this is the main verb. And what does she do? She does yoga. Yoga is the object of the sentence. And every day is the adverb of the sentence. Okay. So she does yoga. Here does is the main verb of the sentence. Okay. In the last sentence, have, has, and had. We have completed the task. So have is the helping verb and completed is the main verb. Okay, which is the action. In the next sentence, I have a red car. Now here have is playing the main role of the verb or the main verb in the sentence. Why so? Because have shows the possession of this red car or possession of I, which shows that this car belongs to me. Okay, so this have shows the possession, thus making it the main verb. Okay, because it is showing me the possession. So we can see these verbs, they can behave like the main verb as well as the helping verbs. And this is the difference between main verb and the auxiliary verbs, or you can say principal verbs and the auxiliary verbs. Okay. Now, let us move to the next part. I hope you have understood this concept of main verb as well as helping verb. We can use these verbs, which are the primary auxiliary verbs, as the main verb as well as the helping verbs. It means these are the verbs which we can see in both the aspects. Now let us move to the next one. This is the next part. What is here? We'll see the modal auxiliary verbs. Modal auxiliary verbs express modality, indicating possibility, necessity, permission, ability, or other attitudes towards the action of the main verb. It means modal auxiliary verbs, they just express the modality. It means moods, indicating possibility, something which is totally imaginary, which you cannot say with certainty. Okay, if something is not certain, you can only expect it, you can only indicate it, you can only imaginate it. If something shows the indication of the possibility, necessity, it means this is requirement, permission, ability, or other attitudes towards the action of the main verb. These verbs are known as auxiliary, modal auxiliary verbs. The primary modal auxiliary are can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, and ought to. So these are primary modal auxiliary verbs. Ability, for example, if I say she can swim. So here expressing ability, this can word is showing the ability. It means she is able to swim. It means she can swim, shows that she has an ability to swim. Okay, she knows how to swim. So it shows her ability. Permission, if I say, may I go to the restroom? So here I'm seeking the permission of someone by using the word may, which is actually used to show or ask or seek the formal permission. So we use the word may. You must have used this word many times in your life while you were in a school. Okay? Necessity, you must finish your assignment. Now this shows the necessity of something. If you have ever read the fundamental duties, okay, you must have heard this word must many times. It means you must abide by these rules, you must abide by this facility or anything. So you must, these are the fundamental duties are always shown by the word must, which shows the necessity or the things which are required to be done by you. Okay, so you might finish your assignment. So this is your requirement expressing necessity. It might rain today, expressing possibility. Now, if the level of possibility is very less, we use the word might. If the level of the possibility is too high, we use the word may. Okay? So probability, to show the probability. Now where you cannot be 100% sure, but you can be highest sure. It means 99.99% you can say something, but you cannot say 100% something with 100% surety, because that is not done and it is not certain at all. So when you show the imaginations, when you show the possibilities, the probabilities, the necessities, these are the conditions shown by the modals. Okay, we'll discuss modals in detail in the later on chapters. Okay, we'll discuss this chapter completely individually. Now let us move to the next part. Here we'll see the auxiliary verbs, semi-modals. Okay, so we have discussed modals. Now we'll see the semi-modals. Semi-modal auxiliary verbs are the small group of verbs that function similarly to modal auxiliary but have a slightly different usage and meaning. The common semi-modal auxiliaries are need, dare, used to, and ought to. Now, need means when we require something, but need can be used as a modal as well. It means these are the verbs which can behave as the main verb as well as the modals. So, some verbs are there which can behave in both the manners. They can be used as the modals as well as the main verbs. Okay, if I say I need a pen, if I say I need a pen, this need is actually the main verb of the sentence. Okay, but if I say I need not go there, it means there is no requirement of me going there or of my going there. So go is the main verb and need is the helping verb. So this need is the modal over here. Okay, this need is the modal over here. Okay, so this need is the modal over here. Okay, same way, dare shows the challenge, used to shows the past habit, as well as if we are addicted to something, we use the word used to. Ought to, when we show the, you can say when we show something like that this is a duty or responsibility to be done, we use the phrase ought to. However, ought to is used as modals only. Now, if we show the necessity, she needs to finish her work. So needs to expressing necessity. Challenge, he dared to save the child from the wild bull. So he dared to save the child. Dared to means challenging. It means he has done something challenging. Past habit, we used to sit in the shade of the tree. It means there is a past habit that we all used to sit in the shade of the tree. However, these type of scenarios do not occur nowadays. Okay. However, some people have this privilege today even. Okay. But if we plant trees, we'll obviously see this pattern in the later life as well. Okay. In fact, our future generation will see will face these privileges too. Now let us move to the next one. Now we'll discuss non-finite verbs. So I hope till now you have already covered auxiliary verbs and now you have got the concept of auxiliary verbs. Okay. Now we'll discuss non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs are verbs that are not limited by tense, person, or number. They do not indicate specific actions or states related to time, subject, or object. Instead, they function in a more general or abstract manner. Now, what does this mean? We have two types of verbs. One is finite, another is non-finite. Finite means the main function of verb is to show the action. But if some verbs, they look like verb, but they do not perform the action. Okay, they do not indicate specific actions or states or related to time, subject or object. Instead, they function in a more general or abstract manner. They are known as non-finite verbs. It means when verb, they do not perform their action or they do not perform their main function, they are known as non-finite verbs. There are three main types of non-finite verbs. One is infinitive, gerunds, and participles. It means if a word which looks like verb, but it does not behave like a verb, or you can say it either behaves like a noun or an adjective. It means it will either make the subject of the sentence or it will qualify the noun or pronoun of the sentence. That is known as non-finite verb. Okay. Now let us see some examples. First of all, we'll discuss what are infinitives. Infinitives are base form of a verb preceded by word to. It means if I write to plus verb one, that is infinitive. For example, in the sentence, she likes to swim. So likes is the main verb, whereas to swim is not the action which is going on. However, the swim is looking like a verb. But here, to swim is the infinitive in which we use to plus verb one. But this verb is not an action form. Okay. And infinitive is also used when we do something to do something. This structure decides the verb infinitive. Okay, gerunds are the verbs that end in ing and function as nouns in the sentence. For example, running is a good exercise. In this sentence, running is the subject of the sentence. However, this word running looks like the verb plus ing, but this word has not been used as the action, but the subject of the sentence. And the subject is the noun of the sentence. Okay. Participles are the verb forms that can function as adjectives or past or verb phrases. There are two types of participles, present participles, that is verb plus ing, and past means often ending in ed or en or irregularly. For example, in the sentence, the broken window needs to be fixed. This broken is actually qualifying the word window. So what type of window it was? It was broken window. It means it was broken or it was damaged. So window is a noun which is being qualified over here by the word broken. So this broken is behaving like an adjective. However, this is looking like a verb. So this is a participle, not the adjective, but the participle. Okay. So broken and fixed are participles. Now here broken is the past participle, or you can say this is adjective which is qualifying the word window. Okay. Also fixed is also the participle because if it needs to be fixed, obviously it will be fixed. Now, these are the concepts that we have already discussed. We have discussed what are gerunds, we have discussed what are non-finite verbs, and we have discussed what are auxiliary verbs. However, in our later chapters, we'll elaborate non-finite verbs, auxiliary verbs in detail. Okay. Now, here we'll see some types of questions that may occur from this chapter. Okay. So, we'll discuss some types of questions now. I hope what we have discussed is clear to you all. Now we'll discuss the types of questions that you can encounter in your exams. Okay. So first of all, you may be asked to identify the verb. So this is verb identification. See, she sings beautifully. Now what is the verb in this sentence? Of course, sings is the main verb of the sentence. So here the answer is sings, that is the action. Next type of question can be asked from the tenses identification. So the sentence is given to you and you will be asked to identify the tense in this sentence. So she has been studying for 2 hours. So this is tense, present perfect continuous. So when we have has been studying, it means when we have the structure of subject plus has or have plus been plus verb with ing. Okay, main verb with ing plus since or for and plus time. So this is the structure of present perfect continuous tense. If there had been the word had been, then the sentence would have been past perfect continuous. And if we have the structure will have been, then it will be the future perfect continuous tense. Now let us move to the next question. The next type of question is verb form correction. Now, they are here soon. Is the sentence correct? No. They will be here soon. They are here soon because this is going to happen very soon. So, we'll make the sentence in future. Why so? Because this has not been done. Okay, this is not present tense. This is showing the future part. That is why we'll write that they will here soon. They will be here soon, not are. So this are should be replaced with will be. So the correct sentence will be they will be here soon. So you may be asked to identify or to spot the errors in the sentence, or maybe if possible, you will be asked to rectify the given sentence. Okay. Active and passive voice. Now you will be given the sentence in active voice and you may be asked to make it passive or to convert it into passive voice, or vice versa. It means you will be given the passive voice of the sentence and you should be asked, or you may be asked to convert it into the active voice of the sentence. And verb definitely plays a vital role in converting an active sentence into passive. Why so? Because in case of passive voice, we need object on the subject place, be form, and the verb third form always. So he bought a car is the active sentence or active voice sentence, and to convert it into passive voice, we'll write a car was bought by him. Was because the sentence is of past tense, so this is the be form. Okay, a past form of be, and bought is the verb third form. So bought is second as well as the third form of the word by or the verb by. Now by him, so this is the object or the agent of the sentence. Okay. Now the next type of question is subject verb agreement. This is the most important type of question. You may be asked about the subject verb agreement case. It means which verb will be used with subject. The cat purr or purrs when it is happy. So cat is singular. Obviously, we'll write singular form of verb, and the verb will be singular. When we add s or es to it, it becomes singular verb. Okay, so this purrs will be the correct answer. So the correct answer is the purrs. Purrs is correct form. Now fill in the blanks. You can be asked about the fill in the blank. The children playing in the park all afternoon. So they have played. The children played in the park all afternoon. Okay. So this is how we can write the sentence. Okay. Now here, let us move to the next one. Sentence transformation. You may be asked to transform the sentences. He does not like bananas. So he does not like bananas. Transform the sentence into affirmative. So this is the negative sentence. You have to convert the sentence into affirmative sentence. Affirmative means positive. So affirmative sentence, he likes bananas. Okay. Irregular verbs, he ate or eaten food an hour ago. No, he ate food an hour ago. So the correct sentence will be he ate food an hour ago. The verb is eat. The second form of it is ate, and third form is eaten. Okay, we cannot use the word eated. Eated is not a verb. Okay, so these were the questions which may occur from this chapter, or these types of questions can be occur from this chapter. Okay, I hope you have understood each and every part of this chapter very well. And this is the final concept about verbs, and we'll be discussing verb or the various parts of verbs in our later sessions, in which we'll do the exercise which is based on verb, and then we'll see the future parts of verb in the form of subject verb agreement, non-finite verbs, modals, those as the different chapters we will discuss. Okay, so I hope this much is clear to you now. And if you want to learn more concepts, stay connected with me. Till then, thanks to you.